working out all his benefits. He forgives all your sin. He heals all your brokenness. He redeems your life from the pit. Crowns you with mercy, crowns you with love. Slow to anger, rich in love. His compassion rises like the sun from the heavens high above. Great is his love for everyone. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. Every heart be giving him praise. As far as the east from the west, he has carried my sins away. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. Let his mercy cover the night. From everlasting to everlasting, his kingdom rules in light.
All right, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Friday's live stream. Welcome. My name's Tyler. If you're here for the first time, welcome. I'm going to help navigate us through the wild world of trading futures. It should be a good one here today. I'm glad that you're here. We're going to take a look at the charts. We're going to open in prayer right around when the market opens here, and then we will take a look at the market. So, good morning. Let's say hi to the chat. I'm getting things situated here. Oh no, that's what it is. Okay. RMP, good morning. Thaddeus, Kingdom Wealth, good morning. Jason, AMS, Mary, Jeff, good morning. Good morning, Tony. Arise, Shine. Good morning, Josh. Are you still here? What's up, Car? How you doing? Wah, wee, wah. And good morning. All right. So Josh, if there is a issue with your payout, so I got a payout last week from Apex. You need to go into your actual accounts and then start looking to see if there was a violation that was made. Also look to see if there was an email sent to you on a violation that was made. Okay? Start looking for those. I actually got a violation on one of my accounts. They sent me an email here this week, and they removed all of the profits that I made, $600. $600 they took away because there was a violation. You've got to play the game, is what it is. I have emails stating it was approved and sent to the bank. Well, that might be a whole different issue entirely. An MAA rule, my max drawdown for my unrealized max drawdown was too high. I know that it was because I wasn't copy trading. I was only trading one account. It was that day that I only was trading one account, and I increased my size on my one account. Do you guys remember that? I think it was Friday. That was the day that was violated. No, they took the profits back from what I made on that day of it's in their rules. I mean, I'm not mad about it. it's just the truth. It's just, if it happens, it happens. If you want to play the prop firm game, you got to play the game. Got to play the game by the rules. And I'm totally fine with it. Did it suck when I heard it? I'm like, oh, dang it. I was like, dang it. But do you know what the next thought was? My next thought was, that's irritating. That was my next thought. My next thought after that was, I'm not going to let this railroad me into losing an account. That's the very next thought, because that is the next thing that happens in most people's psychology is they feel betrayed, and then they want to try to make it back, and then they do stupid stuff. We're not going to do that. And so far this week, we've been green. It's been a great week. Yesterday, if you left while I was down, I ended up taking a trade on yesterday, and it was right, where was it? Thursday. It's right here. I went long right here. This is the trade I got. I took the trade at 12 p.m. I waited that entire time. We went lower right here. When we went into this 5-minute fair value gap, I went long right here. And so I got about 55 points on that trade. I could have held through it. I wouldn't have done that, but you can see that it obviously went higher the rest of the day. And so here's where we sit, right here. So let's take a look at what we've had for the week so far. I'm not taking the 930, not because I don't want to, but I just find it's, for me, when I'm sitting down in front of the charts and I'm talking to you guys and I haven't really looked at the market, that's where I'm just like, you know what, I'm just going to sit. I'm going to sit. So here's weekly, every week, here's where we've been. We'll see where this week lands. That's another bullish week so far. We will put our TGIF on here, and we'll see if we retrace down to those levels there. So the white lines, cream lines that you see right there, we could potentially use that as a retracement target. Going down to the daily, you can see that we are already at not only all-time highs, but above the previous day high. So we're sitting above there. The retracement would be running towards current day low. So we could potentially look at current day low as a potential target. It took mine 48 hours for mine to come in. Well, let me rephrase it. Last week I haven't looked to see if it entered my account. So Josh, I can't speak to that. I know that I've been approved. That's what I looked at. So I was approved. As long as it says approved, however long it takes, I really don't pay attention to when things hit my account. Bias today is all-time highs. That's the bias. All-time highs. When you're at all-time highs, you go all-time highs. That's the bias. 4 hour. No fair value gap that is open. Everything has been covered. So it's just no higher time frame direction because we're at all-time highs. That's how we're approaching this. There's 930 open. 930 model looks like it is going to play out here. Yeah, nicely, nicely. We tagged. Oh, that would have been nice to. If I had time and I was looking at midnight open, you see the tag in midnight open? That's nice. That's nice right there. Nice little tag. No fair value gaps. We have a 9:30 or a 9 a.m. candle with no wick right here. That's attractive. There's barely a wick, but no wick. Looks like we'll run Asia highs here. Dropping down to the 15-minute time frame. Here's where we're at. We swept these lows. Look at that. Look at the sweep of this low, and then look at the expansion. Sweep of the lows and then the expansion. There's Asia highs, all-time highs again. I left my phone in the car last night. I got home, laid down on my bed, just laid on my bed. I didn't even get into my covers or anything. Just lay, and I fell asleep. I was tired yesterday. Got a good 9 hours of sleep, but my phone died, so I can't use my phone for anything right now. In the academy, we were doing that. Doing what, RMP? Doing a giveaway today, everyone. We're doing a giveaway. Who's excited for the giveaway? We're giving away a few Apex accounts. Woo! Woo! I can tell you the 930 model would have worked for one variation. It would have not worked for the other. My variation would have failed. My variation would have failed. That's what I'm going to do this weekend. I'm gonna use Claude to help me backtest the 930 model again. I'll get some more deets on that and share it within the Discord in the strategy section. You know what? I'm gonna make a new. I just hit me. I'm gonna make a new section called Trading with AI or something like that, and then we're gonna start putting all of the things that we find in there. So if you are heavy on AI and you want to do that, I would love your involvement in that channel. That would be great. I'm looking for people that want to help create a library of models for the community that we can say, hey, we have, these 7 different models that have this win rate, have this success rate in these conditions, and you can use this. Here's the rules, here's the results. Because I think with all of the ability we can do now with backtesting using Claude, at least the way I'm using Claude right now, I think it's gonna be super valuable. It's gonna be super valuable. So if we can do that and then just create a library of models that people can see. Here's the thing, I've been going through TikTok and watching people that say, here's my model, 90% win rate. I'm actually saving their videos. Here's my model, really high win rate. I'm saving all of those videos, and then I'm actually going to recreate their models and actually backtest it using Claude to actually see if they are legit in what they're saying. One, I found the 15-minute model, 62% win rate. That's not bad. I think anything over 60 is legit. Anything over 60 is legit. Waiting for the first 15-minute candle to close. That's what I'm looking for. I need some techie people. I need some techie people. I want some. Can I say it in the most nice way possible? I need some nerds. In the most loving, cool way possible. I need some nerds. That's what I need. I need some nerds in the community. Hey, there we go, Hal. I like that. What do I need? I need people that wanna mess with Claude and backtesting and just start backtesting different models very aggressively. I want to do a marathon of backtesting because it's so, like the way I backtested. I don't need to do that anymore. I mean, if you've never done it, you need to do it because it helps train your eyes. That is imperative, okay? You need that. But I've done that so much. Here's how much I've done it. When somebody tells me their model, I can visualize what's happening on the charts. I can see it exactly the way it's playing out. I can see what they're doing, what they're waiting for. I don't even need to look at the chart. I can see it in my mind. That's how much I've looked at the stinking charts. Okay? So that's invaluable. You have to have that ability to be able to visualize these things in your chart, in your mind. But now that I have that, when people are sharing different models, I'm like, okay, hey, here's the thing. You need to understand that not every model is good in every condition. A lot of my models are not good in consolidating conditions. So my model isn't good in perfectly expanding conditions. I'm specifically looking for reversals. And many times that's right before the expansion. But if we're just consolidating, it's not always great for it. But using these tools, we can create a library of models, start analyzing regime changes. That's a fancy word for saying, finding out what kind of market we're in. Are we consolidating? Are we expanding? And then use those models to trade. To be more selective in the type of model that we're taking. So for example, the inversion model. If we take the inversion model in consolidating markets, it's horrible. It's horrible because price goes back and forth too much that when you take the expansion, it retraces against you and you get stopped out. So, that's a way to go, NQ. Yeah, so I'm looking for, here's the thing, I'm not interested in just, well, I guess that's not true, what I'm about to say. I'm not interested in keeping what I learned to myself. I want to share it, but it's behind a gate. It's inside the Discord in the community. That's who I'm sharing it with. So for those that are inside there, that's really where I want to have that community of believers that are building these and backtesting these models that can help the body of Christ. That's my goal. That sounds so exciting to me. That's awesome, Chosen. That's encouraging. AMS, if you don't know how to backtest, then you need to not be trading. You need to be backtesting first. The first skill set in everything that I teach is how to backtest. Start looking back at past price action. That's like, you got to do that. No, they won't, CJ. If you selected Ninja Rhythmic data, once it's selected and you got it, there's no way to get around it. You would either have to open a new account and do it under Tradevate, or just go with Rhythmic. But what you just selected is not reversible. They won't reverse it for you. All right, we are simply pumping higher. We are simply pumping higher. It's good for my account. I bought Meta after they released their reports. They dropped like 10%. I bought some stock in Meta. Anticipating that they were just going to pump back higher. You could probably do the same thing for Apple. They dropped dramatically. Not dramatically, but they dropped a lot. But I'm really light on my investment portfolios right now. I'm waiting for the market to drop right now. What's up, Brian? No, that's not necessarily true. Dot. You wait, you trade your model. Trade the model. My guess is we're going to go up to here. No, maybe not. No. Not wait till 9:30 open. You trade the model you see, and if your model works before 9:30, then you take it. Do you see what I mean? It's not about trading, guys. It's not about just clicking the button. I mean, I don't know how many times I had to say it. You backtest your model, you see what works, and if it works in the pre-market, then you take it in the pre-market. You take it. You look for the additional confluences and you take it. Okay? Just again, the example that I would give you is inversions in consolidation. If you take an inversion in consolidation, it's going to fail. High probability it's going to fail. So do I take my inversions in consolidation? No, because my model doesn't work during that time period. Take your trades based on your model. This is a business. This isn't a pastime. This needs to be treated very with lots of structure. What says April 17th, Mary? My thumbnail? Is my thumbnail messed up again? The title? Oh, thank you. Let's change that. Thank you for letting me know. I forgot to change it. What's my say on going against the market? I think right now we're getting manipulation. That's what I think is happening here. Now, do I want to go short against all-time highs? Really not preferably. But because of how aggressive this is, I think we're going to get a pullback. And I'll take that pullback. Yeah, at this point, I don't know what's going on with the war. I've just decided, forget the war. Speaking of manipulation, are we getting that? Is that what's happening here? All right, we got the 15-minute candle has closed. More than likely, what I'm anticipating is we're going to get a 15-minute fair value gap. Okay, if we get a 15-minute fair value gap, there's a pretty high probability we're going to bounce off that and move higher. Just go back and look at other 15 minutes in this push higher. Anytime we've gotten those at the open specifically, it just doesn't come back. Let's see, what do we got? Is that at the open? This one's at 10 a.m. 8 a.m. Here's consolidation. 10 a.m. We get a large 15-minute candle. It just doesn't come back. I mean, eventually it does, but like in the current, look, see how it consolidated right after? But that first 15-minute candle, if it's a large bullish candle, I've just noticed that that's what happens. None of these are those 15-minute candles. That's what I'm talking about, so it hasn't happened. Here's another one. Here's a 15-minute candle that drops off the open and it just moved lower. But I haven't seen a 15-minute candle off of 930 that has retraced itself. So do we want to try long? That looks good long right there. It's not my model, so I'm going to not take it. There is this fair value gap it's finding support in. It's not a bad idea. It's not a horrible trade. It really isn't. It's not a horrible trade. Especially with that right there. Pretty much, Jeff. The thing though is I want, before I go long, if I'm going to go long, it's going to be off of either a 5-minute or a 15-minute. So we do have a reaction of the 5-minute right here. So this is Ryan's model that he's trading right now. Are you in that trade, Ryan? Or are you waiting? Yeah, so he's long off of this 5 minute. I backtested Brian's model. It worked out. I need to remember what the win rate was, but it was only on this entry right here. It made like $39,000 over 6 months or something like that. I'll have to look into that, Hal. Good morning. I think what I'm interested in is this 15 minute. Looking for a 15-minute reversal or continuation. So what does that look like? This is the one that's in this condition. I'm willing to take that in this condition for that 15-minute, the 15-minute sweep. You wait for this candle. You wait for this candle to close. If it closes inside the range, you look for the other candle to come and run that low. Or even this low down here. But what I'd be more interested in is it sweeping down here, closing inside of this candle, and then pushing higher, targeting that wick high. But right now we're in expansion phase and my model's nowhere to be found. I don't have any issues with it right now. No trades for me yet. Actually, wow, I'm not even logged into Tradevate. I need to get that open. We're doing a giveaway today. We are giving away a few Apex accounts, so stick around for the giveaway. It will be probably around 11 is my guess. Probably in about an hour. Don't leave and come back. We're trading. We're looking for a setup. We're looking for a setup. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna find something. Hit the like button for me if you like the live stream. If you've been blessed by the live stream for me, I greatly appreciate it. I appreciate it. All right, so ES is not expanding as nearly as much. Well, let me look at the 15 minute. I take that back. It is. Sonny, I want you to answer that question for me in this chat on what you think the answer. Don't give me a time because time is the wrong answer. What do you need to see as a result from your backtesting before you can trade for reals? Put it in the chat. What do you think that answer is? You know it. You know what the answer is. Holy macaroni. Isn't this just crazy? What I'm looking for is a massive wick candle. If we can get a massive wick candle, that's enough for me to believe we're going to start going down. And then I'd look for my model to go the other way. Way to go, Ryan. Ryan's done. Ryan's done. He got his trade off of that 5 minute. Until I'm consistent and improving on my model and setup. That's close. You need to be able to recognize your model in price action like that, okay? Your setup criteria. Be able to see it, okay? Learn from your mistakes. No, because backtesting is already done. Backtesting is you see the whole picture. That's what backtesting is. Backtesting is not it's not the replay button. That's like practice forward testing. That's practice forward testing. The replay button. Backtesting is this. I'm in my charts. I see, this is the day that I'm studying right here. Okay, this is the day that I'm studying right here. I'm gonna start from the left. And I'm going to work this way, and I'm going to look at my model. I'm going to mark out all my pre-market levels. I'm going to mark out everything just as if I'm trading this day, but I see everything that has already happened, okay? And I'm going through it, and I'm looking for my model. Where's my model? Where's my model? Well, in this case, here, I see my model. It's actually what I already have marked out. I see my model right here. I see my breaker, high, low, higher, high. Okay, I like this, but is it at a key level? I look left. Okay, it's at a 5 minute fair value gap. It's rebalancing a 4 hour fair value gap here. I like that. Do we get displacement? Yes. Do we have a change in state of delivery? Yes. Do we come back up into the breaker? Yes. Set my proper risk management. Set. Put my targets from 1 to 2 risk to reward, or target a swing low. Yes. Does it play out? Yes. Boom. I take a picture of it. I store it as mental memory of what a good setup looks like. Then I keep going. I do it again and again and again and again and again and again and again, to the point where you can recognize it from a chart sitting like this. You can just go, oh, there's my model. Does it align with my time? Oh, yep, it's at the 10 a.m. macro. Perfect. It's everything that I want. There it is. That's what I need to see. You do that over and over again. You do it so much that you're getting bored, because it's like, yeah, I'm ready to do something different. But you have so much data and so much mental visuals of it that you can see and recognize it. That's step one. Step two, now you forward test it. Go back to the replay button. And now every setup that you've done, you play it through as if it's live price action. You don't know what it looks like at all. And now you're doing your entries based on seeing the model before you actually see the whole result of it, right? Right here, you see the whole result. You can see that your model played out here. That's where you start, right? But once you go to the start new. Once you go to the replay mode, then you do this. Then you go like this. Oh man. That looks like my model there. I think so. It has everything that I want, but I'm a little unsure. You take your trade, you set your targets, and then you let the trade play forward to see if in fact you're right or not. That's forward testing. You do that enough to where you're confident, to where you're actually taking the setups that you've already ingrained in your mind. Now, once you do that enough, then you go to real trading. This is where you go into a demo account or a prop firm account that allows you to have an evaluation account for 6 months without paying any extra costs. That's what you're looking for. because you've built the history with the chart, with the model, with the strategy, and you can trade it. That is what you need to do. And when you do that enough, that's where you start working and dealing with your emotions, because that's what you need to get to. Everything that I am teaching you can be done relatively quickly in about 2 months. 2 months, if you're diligent. Then after 2 months, you see your strategy and your model in real price action. Now you're doing the hard work, and the hard work is seeing your model, taking the trade, and then not messing it up with your own emotions and saying, "Oh, I don't know. Okay. I'm really confident in this. I'm gonna quadruple my size." You know, that's dumb stuff. You don't do that. That's where the work comes in, because you have to deal with yourself. That takes time. That's where you got to get to. There's been nothing for me in this. Not a single fair value, not a single inversion to the upside that I would have taken. So that's okay. We will get pullbacks. What's up, buddy? What's up, Michael? Thank you. One hour on this candle right here. On the previous leg, on this one right here. It's above it now. We're at 1.5 right now. We're past 1. Could go 2. The other thing you can do is you can put it based on the bodies. We're at 2.5. There's 4. Now, what's the motivation behind me wanting to have a bunch of different models? I have a few. I have about 3 or 4. 3 or 4 models that I trade. I have the 9:30, 3 p.m. reversal, the 10:30, the inversion, the breaker. Those are 5 models that I have. The 10:30, the 9:30, and 3 p.m. reversal are time-based. So they don't show up all the time, so they trade very rare. They don't happen all the time. So primarily I have inversion and the breaker. So being able to add more to your list of models allows you to trade in different conditions. And that's really where I've seen that I can grow as a trader, is adding more to my list. At first you don't want to do that, but you'll get there. What prop firm do I recommend instead of Apex? If you're brand new, I like Tradify. I like Take Profit Trader. I like Lucid. Funded Next Futures is another cheap one. But I mean, I'd probably say Tradify is the go-to if you're brand new. Tradify, Lucid. You can use the code DTJ on any of those and it'll give you a discount. Yeah, Mary, you got it. Yeah, so don't be like, oh, I need to learn another model. Take what you got and go deep into it. Oh, we got a black candle finally. Oops. All right, look at this. Consolidation. Here's our stage 1 accumulation, maybe stage 2 accumulation, or maybe we haven't got accumulation at all. We're just getting our expansion, smart money reversal, and distribution back to our consolidation lows. That's how I'm seeing this. So if we get a short here, I think it's going to be short-lived. I want to anticipate that we're going to make another high, most likely. If we do get a pullback, it would probably be to something like that or to the 15-minute fair value gap that I marked out here. I wouldn't want to try to run down here yet. It could. I mean, the market maker sell model could be a short one, but that's just insane. It's crazy. It crazy. It crazy. Oh, I see him happen all the time, Ryan. I've never really formulated a model out of them because, like Mary, I stuck with what I had and what I was working and built a solid foundation on that. I'm at the point where I know I need to add more, especially for the continuations, because I want to be able to get these parts of these moves, and it's possible. If I was to be a betting man, this is the order block I'd be paying attention to, not on the 1 minute. None of these. Maybe this one here. Could Claude evaluate them? No, the way Claude works right now is based on trade setups that I've taken, based on models. So I can take all the data for all the trades that I've taken and it can evaluate those. It's not able to, as far as I'm aware, go back and look at every order block and then find out the pattern between all the order blocks that now work. Because there's so many factors, and you'd have to tell it what you'd want it to look at. So you would have to build a trading model off of order blocks and then begin to backtest order blocks in all the different variations, and then take that data, take the results of that data, and then from there it can refine it and help you create an edge. Very in depth, yes. Very in depth. What's up, marketing? 5 years into trading, 2 years in prop firms. I blew 250 accounts and had 0 payouts. Any advice? 100%. First off, the blowing the 250 accounts tells me that you're sized up too big. It also tells me you're trading for money instead of trading for education, trading for experience. It also tells me that patience isn't your strong suit. What I can tell you right now, if you want to see success in trading, you need to follow these steps. I shared it 2 days ago. There's 7 steps. 7. Okay? If you're going to use prop firms, step number 1, use the code DTJ. Step number 2, use a prop firm that allows you to have an evaluation account past 30 days without paying a recurring fee. Tradeify, Funded, Lucid, Funded Next Futures, companies like that. Okay. Number 3, trade only one model. Pick a model, master it, study it, backtest it, refine it, get better at it. Number 4, set a max daily loss of $200 and do not trade anymore if you hit $200. If you lose $200. Number 5, you're only allowed to take up to 4 trades per day. Only 4 trades per day. Number 6, once you're in the trade, do not touch the sell or buy button. Let it hit your stop loss or let it hit your target, one or the other. And number 7, can somebody remind me? I can't remember. I forgot to write them down, AMS. I said trade one model. I didn't say journaling, but that wasn't one of them. I already said use the code DTJ. I already said let the trade play out. There's another one. Oh, I remember. Only trade 1 micro. You do all of this with only trading 1 micro. You're not going to trade 2 micros. You're not going to trade 3. You're not going to go to 1 mini. You're going to trade 1 micro. That's what you're going to do. You follow these 7 steps. I promise you, marketing. I promise you, at marketing, you will see growth in your trading. Here's going to be the hardest part for you, is that you've built such bad habits in your trading that you're going to think everything that I'm just suggesting to you is going to be a waste of time. You're going to think, I don't have time for this. I need to make money. No, this is the fastest way to start making money. You just don't believe it yet. I promise you, anybody that does this, you come back to me 2 months from now, I promise you, you'll tell me that you're a better trader 2 months from now than you were 2 months ago. I promise you. The problem is, most of you are not going to do it. Most of you will refuse to have the discipline to actually execute on that. It's the truth. So that's why most people keep losing, is because they can't be disciplined enough to do something that seems pointless. But I promise you, it's the fastest way to your growth. Especially number 1. Especially number 1, use the code DTJ. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Use whatever code you want. I don't care. No, don't even take partials. Let the trade play out. Here's the thing. Thank you for your comment right here, marketing. Thank you very much. I passed 15 evaluations in 1 week. That tells me you're trading too big again. I have evaluations right now in my account that I've paid they've gone past 30 days and I repay that monthly cost. What am I trying to tell you? I'm following a system and a plan. I'm trading a specific way, and I'm letting all of my accounts do the same. And if it goes past 30 days, that's the cost of doing business right now. At least I'm not blowing 500 accounts by trying to do it so fast. Have I done that in the past? Yes. And it hurt. But I'd rather pay the recurring cost for 30 days to follow my model and follow my plan. So right now I have 2 accounts that are evals that I've had over 30 days. Their balance right now is $52,500. I have $500 more to get, and then I pass the account. All right, sure. I'm just going to keep going and keep doing the thing. And I'm not going to worry about if I pay extra. More than likely, I'm going to pass the account within the next 30 days. And now I'm going to have 2 funded accounts doing the same thing that I'm doing on all my accounts, period. This is a mindset game, guys. And if you need to be able to recognize the difference. And then not just recognize, because that's the first step, but then 2, it's put guardrails around it, recognizing what your weaknesses are and actually following through on them. That's what these 7 steps are going to do for you. Follow them, you will see growth. Sony, my best model is the breaker that I like, and what my win rate is based on my winning rate is around 55%, 55 to 60%. The problem is with the breaker is there is some discretion required based on where and what the environment is, because breakers show up a lot and you shouldn't take all your breakers. All breakers don't play out, and some are better than the others. Good morning, buddy. No, you just woke up. Eat breakfast and have your quiet time. Yeah, the problem is I was so focused on payouts before that it rushed my progress. It rushed my progress, and every progress that I was making, because here's the thing, when I first went down to micros, it was hard. It was very hard. It was very humbling and humiliating, and I was able to hold it for a short period of time, but then, you know, I thought I was getting the hang of it, and I'd size up, and then I'd destroy my progress. And I did that over and 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 over, just constantly trying to rush my progress. Stop rushing your progress, because what I experienced, I promise you, at least 50% of you have experienced the same thing. You destroying your progress by increasing too quickly. If you think that you can increase now, wait another 3 months. Okay? That's what you should do. If you think you can increase now, don't, and wait another 3 to 6 months. Continue to do the same thing over and over again. I kept destroying my progress in that way. And then I would just get so angry and irritated. And then what would it stir up in me? This desire to get it back and make it right and increase my size and win again. And it's just a cyclical cycle, and you have to break it. And the only way to break it is freaking follow the rules. Follow the plan. Throw out how you're feeling, because your feelings will destroy you if you act on them. It's just the truth. What's up? This is happening to me, rushing everything for necessity. And this is why most people will not be profitable, is because they're trading out of necessity. You need to have a stable income and not feel this pressure to have to win. And I felt that at the beginning. I felt that in the beginning. I will tell you, one of the things that drastically helped my growth as a trader is the support of my wife. I could not have done my journey without my wife. My wife, for a period of time, supported our family financially. She actually went and got a different job to actually pay the bills. She supported our family for a period of time. And if that took the pressure off of me. And I can't tell you, I was immensely grateful. And I've told her that so many times. So much that I could have never have done it without her. You can do it yourself, but you have to have a stable income. You have to have the stable income. You need to get rid of that pressure to make the money. You do. You do. Is there an off chance that somebody in here could come in here and say, yeah, I did it. I did it. It took me 6 months and, I'm profitable. Sure. I think it's possible. It's just significantly harder and not the norm. Not the norm. All right, we've been on it for an hour and I haven't taken a single trade yet. These are the days that I'm so proud of myself. These are the days that I'm just looking back and I'm like, look at that move that I missed, that I didn't get a setup in, and I haven't taken a single trade. I feel proud of myself when I see that. The other part of me goes, man, I wish I had a different model that I could have traded this. Way to go. Way to go, Gianna. You got it. Take the time. Ryan, thank you for sharing that. I'm going to read that out loud. I've so badly wanted to trade one micro for $40 a day, but I can't stand the slow progress. To this day, I would be up so much, but instead tried to go fast and at break even. Guys, what we're sharing with you is not just theory here. This is real experience of pain. Of pain that we've had to deal with. On a really good trade, you know what I do? I go crazy. I go from 1 micro to 2. That's what I do right now. I go from 1 micro to 2. And in rare occasions, I'll do 3. Now, guys, I don't want you to think I'm this perfect person, so I'm going to tell you something. There are days when the market goes crazy and it's like, oh, that looks good. Maybe I'll just open my evaluation account. And I'll open an eval account and then I'll go a mini or 2 minis. Okay, I've done that. I did that last week. I passed the account. I did it another time, don't know exactly when, but I blew the account. So I'm not saying I'm this perfect person. But when it comes to my funded accounts and how I trade on live stream and what I'm teaching and what I adhere to, 90% of the time is this stuff that I'm talking about. That's the full truth right there, folks. How to join the giveaway? You hang out for right now, and then once we do the giveaway, you're gonna just make some comments, and then we'll do the giveaway. I think we're probably going to go higher. I think we could probably do something like this. And if we do something like this, I would like to take this trade, to be honest with you. How long have I traded? 3 years using ICT concepts. 4 years total. First year was a complete gamble. The last 3 years have been steady growth. My biggest accomplishment is having a funded account, a series of funded accounts for about 80 days, 90 days, 3 months. I would say that was my biggest accomplishment, getting payouts in those and following the rules and plans for 80 days. There's a statistic out there that the day after people get their funded account, it's blown within the first 3 days. I didn't say your name, Ryan. I didn't say your name. But that's the unfortunate truth for most accounts. They're blown within the first 3 days. Oh yeah, dream car. Easily. And trading one micro can do it. I'm like, it's so doable. We just are watching online at all these, these glamour shots of what life could be like, and then it manipulates our feelings and causes us to try to rush the process instead of, you know what? I'm going to go on my own journey. I'm not going to try to live in the shadows of this multi-million-dollar day trader, and I'm just going to grow. That's great, truly, but how can you justify trading your own money if always blowing funded accounts eventually? One, I don't blow my personal accounts because it's traded differently. There's definitely a different mindset with a funded and a prop firm account. And my main source of trading is funded accounts. My personal account, I don't do that much. I have lately. I've done it more, but still, my main priority is my funded accounts. Do we want to take the 1030 model? I mean, I think it's worth a shot if it gives it to us. Gotta wait one more minute. My guess is it's gonna go higher here. Look at the reaction on that level right there. I'm not a fan of this 1030 model. I'll take it, but I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna play out. That's just my gut. All right, we're gonna set a contract here. Stop goes on candle 2's high. And then we're gonna do a 1 short here. Stop is there. That's 43 points. I think we can go to 1-to-1. That's not bad. We'll do a 1-to-1, see if it gives it to us. Stop loss is 43, target's 43. So target is gonna be at 789. Again, I think this 5-minute fair value gap is gonna hold. That's why I'm not a big fan of this trade, but we'll take it because it's a 1030 model. There's no stop to break even on this model. Right now we're doing a 1-to-1. Actually slightly less than 1-to-1. Let's look at the 5-minute here. I'm targeting this 5-minute candle's lack of wick right here. That's what we're talking. Or there is a wick there, but right there. This is what we're targeting. We could, if I took another contract, maybe we wait, but we'll I'll let this play out, see if it hits, and then if it gives us a retracement, we can use it. We can trade a breaker. So we're not going to move this. We're going to let it stay and play out. All right, target hit. 1030 model played out today. Cha-ching, baby. Nice 43 handles. I said we'd get a trade here, folks. I said we'd get one. We got one. We could call it a day right there. A little under $100 on each account. Spread that on 15 accounts, 10 accounts. It's $1,000. If I was to do it over again, I probably would have targeted this 15-minute fair value gap right here. That's where I think we're going, is the 15-minute fair value gap. Once we hit this 15-minute fair value gap, I think we find support here, and we potentially could come back up. If we come back up, we can see if it wants to give us a breaker for a further move lower. It's this move right here, though, that if we are going to see higher prices, this fails. This breaker would fail. But more than likely, I think we're going to come and hit this 15-minute fair value gap. What's up, buddy? Grab it. Did you do quiet time already?
No, I'm going to do that and study.
Okay. That's a good idea. All right, so there's a 15-minute fair value gap. Like I said, if I had to do that over again, looking at, I just didn't take into account, I forgot about what I said earlier with this 15-minute fair value gap. I would use that 15-minute fair value gap as a target. I think this is where we get the retracement. Here's the thing. I think I'm torn, honestly, between the two RMP. I think you need to go demo to make sure you can trade your model first and you can recognize it and prove to yourself that you can do it, okay? Doesn't mean you have the highest win rate. I'm just saying you can recognize your trades. You can sit there and only take the trades in demo. I think it's harder to trade only your model in demo because there's no risk. You can just click the button and go, hey, let's just see what happens. That doesn't build any history with the charts for you. I think it's harder to do that. But then I think when you go into an eval account, you really throw in the element of psychology that's not there in demo. It's not there in your back testing. And so far in your trading journey, you haven't dealt with your emotions. And dealing with how to handle your emotions when you're trading is easily the most difficult thing to master in trading. BC, how does it change for my personal account? Well, the times that I've blown my accounts are when I increased my size. So I don't increase my size on my funded accounts. Drastic increases in size. Right now I have a lock on my account that I can't take more than 2 micros. So if I click, if I try to increase it more than 2 micros, it actually rejects the entry. So I have risk parameters set in my personal account that are locked. That's the biggest difference between my personal account and my funded in my eval accounts when I'm trading prop firms. Yeah, I know I just tapped it. That's what I said. I figured it was going to come back down here and bounce. My biggest concern is that this is just going to make a new high. Here's our breaker right here. This is our breaker. Not in the form of a wick, but in form of body. in the form of body. This body's high is lower than this body's high. So we got a high, low, higher high right here. It's not the cleanest. But if it comes back up here, that's what I'm looking at. We have an SMT here. ES did not hit the low. NQ did hit the low. I'm concerned that we're going to make a new high. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to take this breaker, to be honest with you. I don't like the formation of it. I don't like that it's only on the 1 minute. If I go to the 2 minute, it completely disappears. To me, I think this is a long. Yeah, I just don't, I'm not seeing the breaker opportunity like I want. I think this goes higher. And unfortunately, there's not a good entry anywhere in here. The 15 minute is going to close inside the first presented 15 minute fair value gap here. I'm seeing this as a making another high. It could come back down the next candle here in 9 seconds. That next candle could make a lower low. But ultimately, I think we're going this direction. That's just what I think. So if we get a drop right here aggressively, that would be enough to convince me that we're going higher. Sweeping, getting lower inside of this 15 minute. Yeah, I'm gonna take this breaker off. I don't like it. This does not look like a top for me. Looks like a retracement to then run these highs. Hit the like button, folks, if you want to do the daily affirmation. We're going to do our daily affirmation here. Let's hit 100 likes. Let's hit 100 likes to do our daily affirmation. And then after that, we'll look at our giveaway for the Apex accounts. I'll be right back. We're giving away 3 accounts. Yeah, it's only within the last 15 minutes of when we start doing the giveaway. So you'll have to make a comment at that time. So if you do a comment now and I don't start for another 15 minutes, it won't show up. You'll just need to make a comment when I tell you guys to. You'll know because the chat will go crazy. You bet, Hezzy. We're in the 11 a.m. macro. I'm still looking for another trade, guys. I mean, if I don't get the trade, I'm not gonna force anything. I'm just gonna accept what I did and go into the weekend green on a Friday and green for the week. That's what I like. But before we do that, we have to do the affirmation. So if you want to stick around for the giveaway, you got to sit through and endure the affirmation. Let's go ahead and do our affirmation here today. You've heard this verse before. And if you've never been a part of any of my affirmations, get ready because they're awesome. Get ready. Because they're going to blow your mind. Get ready. Get ready, I tell you. All right, here we go. Our affirmation for today is based on Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1. We know what Hebrews 12 is. It's the faith chapter, right? And then 1 Corinthians chapter 9. We got a combo. We got a combo here today. So I'm going to give you this affirmation. And then we'll get going. Here we go. You ready? You ready? All right. May 1st. I run the race God set before me with focus and with endurance. I do not trade aimlessly, and I do not bow to impulse. I discipline my mind, my body, and my habits. I train for consistency, self-control, and victory. I stay in my lane, finish my race, and honor God in this journey. I trade with purpose, and I finish strong. These are affirmations we speak over ourselves. So these are rooted in Scripture, living and breathing Word of God, focused on an area that we feel the Lord is leading us in. It could be another area for you. Could be another area for you. But for us, this is what our focus is on. I run the race God set before me with focus and endurance. I do not trade aimlessly and do not bow to impulse. I discipline my body, my mind, and do not bow to and my habits. I train for consistency, self-control, and victory. I stay in my lane, finish my race, and honor God in my journey. I trade with purpose, and I finish strong. If you can agree and you can speak that over yourself, over your own journey, say amen in the chat. Amen. All right, we are at 11 o'clock. We're going to see if we get a setup here in the next 10 minutes, and then we're going to do a giveaway. we're gonna do the giveaway. In about 3 minutes, we're going to create our first hourly fair value gap in this expansion. It could be left untouched. It could be tagged. If we're looking at the daily time frame, it would be very intriguing to see this be left as a wick. And then we close down inside the range right here, leaving a giant wick with a bearish close would signal this. I don't know if it's going to give it to us. There's a sweep of liquidity right here. You see that? That minor sweep of liquidity? You see that? That's interesting. Right here. See those equal highs and see how we swept that high? We swept all we got. We just purged that and then we're running lower. And because it's right at 11 o'clock, it wouldn't surprise me if we come lower. I'm not taking this, but I'm reading price action here. When I see this happen, many times this will run further, lower. Tierra, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thanks, RMP. Michael, I do. 5 days a week. 1 day is in my private live stream, and then I do extended trading in my private live stream on Thursdays. If you were in my private live stream on Thursday, you would have seen the 45 point trade that I took that made me about $200 on each account, over 10 accounts. We're on number 26, to be honest. No worries, man. No worries. There are people that have blown through thousands of eval accounts. In my trading journey over the last 3 years, I've gone through about 400 in 3 years. 400, no, I'd say it's about 4 years. Join the Academy, Michael. The Academy consists of all the trading insight that I teach, plus it gives you access to the 30-day roadmap that I just launched. Then it gives you access to the Discord and then the private live streams. All right, so remember what I said, how we had this sweep right here and that. Then we closed below this 1 minute fair value or this 1 minute candle order block. Typically when we get this, I typically see a bigger move lower. I don't know how low it's gonna go. I'm just telling you this is the pattern I see all the time. Equal highs, sweep, expansion. That's how price moves. Consolidation, manipulation, distribution. This is on a micro level. This is on a 1 minute time frame. It looks like it wants to go lower. Looks good for a lower move. We never got back up to these levels up here for even me to consider the breaker. And I took it off because I'm like, if it gets up here, I don't think I'm interested. I didn't like this formation. Do I make decent money on YouTube? I make about $1,000 a month on YouTube ads. We're going to give it a couple more minutes, folks. And then we'll do the giveaway. How much is the Academy? $325. Yes, I did trade in the Discord yesterday. Yes, so at the end of the YouTube live stream, if you go back and watch, I tell everybody that I'm going to go over to the private live stream, and I said if you're in the Discord, jump onto the Discord. I'm going live there. Shane, are you inside the Discord? Are you outside? Are you in the Academy or are you not in the Academy? I'm sorry if I'm asking multiple times. It's a one-time fee. One-time fee, lifetime access. And anything I knew, for the most part, anything that's new gets added to the Academy. That's the flagship. That's the flagship program that I have to be a part of what I'm doing. Shane, are you in the Academy or not? I'm just clarifying. If you're not, send me an email so I can see what issues you're having. I just fixed one issue for somebody here yesterday, so it may be different now. You were just on the page and you couldn't download. Will you send me an email of what you're seeing? Because I'm working out the kinks. It seems like every day there's a new kink, new issue. There's my email. Send me a picture with it. Make sure you include the URL of what page you're on, the picture or what you clicked to try to get it, and that will help me make those corrections. Thank you, Betsy. I appreciate it. Means a lot. Do a live boot camp. I've been a part of live boot camps before, but I haven't done one. No, that's an idea for sure. Oh, in person. So, you know, like in Florida or something. Destination education. Hawaii. All right, I don't think we're getting anything that I want right now. I think we might, there's a potential of it going back into this 15-minute fair value gap. It's in the middle of a move potentially. I'm not seeing anything that's, there is a small little breaker right here that we're respecting. Right there, do you guys see that? Inside of this would have been your entry for the continuation down. I'm just not interested in it, to be honest with you. It's not 300, but yes, it's a life. It's for life. I've always wanted to go to Nebraska. Yeah, that's the thing. If people are going to have to travel from around the country or the world, who wants to go to Nebraska? I mean, very few. So if we're going to do it, it needs to be like, you know, Florida, New York, California, Mexico. Ooh. Mexico. The hunting's great. The deers are big because they eat corn. Colorado, yeah. All right, I think I'm good. I think I'm going to be done trading. We're going to do the giveaway. What do you guys say? For those that stuck around, congrats. You made it to the end. You made it to the giveaway. So let me get it set up. Don't start spamming the chat yet. You won't be in it if you start spamming yet. You got to wait. All right, go ahead, say hi in the chat if you want to be a part of the giveaway. What did I just do? I don't know what I just did. There we go. Okay. All right, so we got about 160 people in here. We've had 70 people make a comment. You will not be a part of the giveaway if you don't make a comment, so be sure to make a comment, say hi, and you only need to do it one time. Okay? You don't need to be crazy. Sony, you've done like 10 comments in the last 10 seconds. Once we hit 100 people in the giveaway, we're at 85, we'll do the giveaway. So I want 100 people to have an opportunity. So if you want to be in the giveaway, make a comment. If you haven't yet, it's about, if you have not made a comment. If you've already made a comment, you're in. And then we are going to choose a winner. We're going to give away 3 Apex accounts. Here's the thing I like about Apex when it comes to, let me do a little promo for them, okay? But here's the thing. Specifically for the giveaways, they allow you to pick the account type you want. So if it's a 25, it's a 50K, a 75, or a 100K account, you get a pick, which is nice. So you can get a bigger account or a smaller account. The accounts that I typically go for are the 50K account. Now, truth be told, all cards on the table, I personally have not gotten any of their new accounts. I have not purchased any of their end of day drawdown accounts. I'm still trading the old Apex funded accounts before they transitioned over. So I still have those accounts. I probably could go ahead and get some of those accounts and then just add more to it, but that's where I'm at. So I haven't actually traded their end of day drawdown yet. But with that being said, I like them. I think they're the cheapest option in the market, and I like that they separate their eval account from their funded accounts. So you actually have to pay an activation fee. Why is that important? Because if you only have to pay for your eval account, if you blow your account, you didn't also pay for your activation fee. You only paid for the eval account. And that's a lot cheaper. It's $28 to $38. That's way better than paying $104 with Tradify and then blowing your eval account and having to pay $100 again. Okay? That is why I like Apex. I think they have a spot. They have a place in this prop firm space that people like. People like it. And it's evident by the amount of accounts that they sell. So, with that being said, are you guys ready to go? Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you're ready for the giveaway. We're going to do that right now. Your thumbs up will also enter you in the chat if you haven't said anything yet. We need two more people and we'll be at 100. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? We got a lot of people all willing to do it, but if you want to be in the giveaway now and you haven't made a comment, you got to do it. Here we go. There we go. We've hit 100. Congratulations. Our first winner is Wawa Weewa. Congratulations, my friend. I need to know what country you are in. Okay? What country are you in? Nightbot, you guys will see Nightbot in the chat. If you want to confirm who were the winner, Hong Kong, okay, yeah, you're good to go. So Wawa is our first winner for an Apex accounts. Perfect. Let's do the next winner. Here we go. Next winner is Sean Mindset. Sean Mindset, what country are you in? What country are you in? Also, if you've won anytime this week and you win again, I'm gonna give it to somebody else. Just FYI, okay? Sean, I need you to make a comment to let me know you're here, or we will be doing it again for somebody else. Sean Mindset, are you here? I'll give you 15 more seconds. If you don't comment in the next 15 seconds, unfortunately, we will re-enroll you to have a chance to win again, but you will not get this account. Okay, I was nice. I waited for 30 seconds, not just 15. All right, we'll re-enroll. Here we go. Whoops. I don't know what just happened there. I clicked the button and it just switched. All right, we're gonna go in order. Everybody that I just accidentally clicked, you just won. Okay, so 2time88, Mary, Winnow, and Music. I need you to all let me know that you're here. I accidentally clicked those, so I will be true to those. If you're here, you will win. So I'm gonna write these down and then I will look to make sure you guys are here. That was weird. I pushed re-enroll and then it automatically gave a new winner and I thought it was just re-enrolling people. And then last one was Music. All right, so let's see if those people are here. This pin's not working anymore. All right, so Mary, I see that you're here. All right, Mary is a winner. Let's see for Music. You're in India, okay? I think India works. India should be good. And 2time, are you here? 2time 88. 2time 88. There you are. All right. Those are going to be the winners for today. We are giving away 3. We ended up giving away 4 because I clicked them too quickly. For everybody that won, you need to go and you need to email me at that email address that I just put in on the bottom there, okay? Mary, just to make it easy for me, do the email if you can. Do the email if you can, because then I just go into the email. I got it. I don't have to look up any other account. So I have 4 of them that we gave away today. Now, I gave away some Take Profit Trader accounts, and one person did not respond on that day, did not send me an email, and that person did not get the Take Profit Trader account. So later this month, we'll be doing another giveaway for the Take Profit Trader accounts. But if you want the account, you need to email me today. I'm not going to do the gymnastics of waiting for, looking for, okay? I need you to email me so I have it right there. And when I'm doing it, if it's there, you get it. If it's not, you're missing out, okay? So we have the winners today. Wah Wah Wee Wah, 2time 88, Mary, and Music. You guys are the winners today. Congratulations. We're going to end it here today, folks. We're going to end it right now. We are hitting the breaker that I marked out initially, but I think we're going to push higher. I'm going to call it a day on all my accounts and just go into the weekend green, keep that mindset good. That's what we're going to do. So God bless, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me today. We'll be back next week. We'll be back next week for another awesome week of trading. If you want to join the Academy, check it out down in the description. Would love to have you. With that, guys, God bless. Stay safe. Have a wonderful weekend. Love you all. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Stronger than my own resolve. Something trials or floods cannot quench. Put that fiery seal of your love on my heart. Strong to the end, 'cause the seasons have changed and I'm aware that passion is not enough. And now that I know my weakness more, oh how I need your never something only heaven can give. So put that fiery seal of your love on my heart, that I might be strengthened and live. 'Cause seasons have changed and I'm aware that passion is not enough. After the wilderness is done, after the wilderness is done, oh, at the end, Lord, at the end of all of this, I wanna come up leaning on you, depending on you. 'Cause I've learned that in my weakness, Lord, you are strong. 'Cause I've learned that I can't make it on my own, not anymore. I need you, I really need you, oh Lord. We were made to depend on you, to rely on you. It's not about walking in our own strength, Lord. It's learning to lean on our beloved one. I'm still learning to